Are you looking for products to sell on Amazon FBA and you're frustrated because you can't find anything? In this video, I'm going to show you how I validated my next product idea that I'm launching soon. And at the end of the video, I'm going to share with you something exciting that I'm introducing to my episodes, to my series, to my whatever. And yeah, did this sound like an infomercial enough? Enjoy the video. What's up? Welcome back, guys. Brax here. Let me stop the music. Welcome to the new setup, and welcome back to another video, and welcome to a new episode of a new series of something exciting that I'm starting. I'm documenting the launch of my next first ever brand on Amazon. If you know me, you know that I've been selling on Amazon for about a year and a bit now, but I've been selling just random products. And now I'm about to launch a brand new brand. Hence the name of this series, Brand New Brand. If it's stupid, let me know. I don't know. I think someone commented on one of my Facebook posts. I asked what it should be called and someone said Brand New Brand. And if you have better names, let me know in the comment section below. So I'm gonna start from the beginning because I'm almost pretty much at the beginning of launching this next product and next brand. And I've done a video on sourcing, but I'll go back and do a video on how I found the product. And more importantly, this video is gonna be on how I validated the idea of the product. Finding the product, I've done a bunch of videos. If you do want me to make another one, I could. But I'll link below some videos that I did on product research, how to find the idea. There's one that I did using Jungle Scout not too long ago. There's one that I did where you don't have to use Jungle Scout, where you just browse Amazon. There's another one that did pretty well on YouTube, and it's just browsing reviews. So I have a bunch of videos on that, check them out below. But in this video, I'm gonna show you guys how to validate the idea in 5, I don't know how many steps, I haven't counted them yet. But let's get into it. And yeah, welcome back again to a new setup, a new chapter, a new episode of a new series.
All I wanna do is be the best me. All I wanna do is be the best me possibly. Upset, drunk on a late night.
Before we get into this video, congrats to the giveaway winner. Actually, this time I'm gonna read your comment because I feel like I'm being rude by not even acknowledging your name or your comment. So Annie says, great tip, Samer, thanks a lot. I wanna win the call because I believe it will be full of awesome information, so I don't want to miss out. Thanks. And don't miss out and call me because a lot of you guys don't even call me when I give you that giveaway. So if you want to win the next one, I give you guys a chance to win a 1-hour free call with me. All you have to do is click the thumbs up, leave a comment, and click on the bell after you subscribe. And yeah, from now on, I'm reading the comments. If you want to say something funny, there's your chance. So yeah, the plan is to share everything that I'm up to, well, except the product, of course, because I'll just oversaturate the market for no reason. But the plan is to share everything, and with everything that I do, I'm gonna give you 1 or 2 tips so that it's not just, you know, storytelling. I wanna give you tips on each step that I either learn something new or just something that I know that I can share and help someone. So subscribe if you wanna follow along and see how this goes. I was slightly hesitant to do this, mainly because, you know, if I do this whole journey, documenting thing on YouTube, and then the product flops, it would be stupid. But then I thought, who cares? I'll just do it. So yeah, let's get into it. So with product research, I think of it as 2 steps. The first general step is finding the idea, because you start and you don't know what you're looking for, so you're looking for one idea. And then the second step is looking at that one idea and validating if the whole market is good or not. So in this video, I'm gonna show you how I validate the market, how I look at the Jungle Scout Chrome extension, and how I study it, and you know, my main criteria. And please don't take everything as rules, as this has to be like this or else it's not a good product. If it's a good opportunity, it's a good opportunity. So the way I study the screenshots, the Jungle Scout numbers and the Jungle Scout data can be different every time, but what I'm trying to say is that there's not one way to do it. This is how I do it, but even when I'm doing it this way, I might sometimes find opportunities that don't fit my criteria. So the point is, if it's an opportunity, it's an opportunity. Don't come quoting me saying that, but this criteria doesn't fit. I hope you get what I'm saying. If not, then message me or something. So again, the first step of this process, I've done a bunch of videos on, but for the sake of this example, I'll just do this super quickly and go through step 1, which is finding the idea. And like super quick, like Alright, so this is the Jungle Scout web app. I showed you in a few videos before how to use it. So for the sake of this example, let's choose kitchen and dining. Let's choose filters 34 and 47. Just because maximum reviews 150. Minimum revenue, let's say $6,000 a month. 6,000. And yeah, let's search this way. So I'm looking for something small, something that I can private label, that I can easily get from China and, you know, easily source. Let's check out this one. Main keyword. And we're here. All right, so you saw the process. It was super quick, but that's not the point of this video. I just wanted to find something really quickly. So now comes the time to validate this idea. We found one idea. Now we have to see if the market is good, if there's room for us to enter, to differentiate, to stand out, to sell our own product, and yeah, to see if it's not too saturated or too competitive. So this is how I do it. I actually use the Jungle Scout Chrome extension. I've used it, I think, since I started, pretty much. And yeah, there's a $20 discount if you want. There's a link in the description if you want to get it. It's an affiliate link for me. So if you do, thank you. I get a bonus and you get $20 off. So I searched the main keyword. I assumed it's this. You could do some more research with the Helium 10 and know what's the best main keyword, but for the sake of this example, let's just assume this is the best keyword. Because you want to search on Amazon the way a customer would search for this. So nothing too specific. This is what the market looks like. And then I ran the Chrome extension. And if you don't know, the Chrome extension just pulls up all the listings on the first page and it shows you all this information. And whenever you see sales and revenue, know that they're estimates. They're not exact. So they're estimated sales coming from data that mostly depends on the rank and the category. Again, I've done a video with the CEO of Jungle Scout, with Greg Mercer. I'll link it up here if you want to check it out, because he explains exactly how they get all this information and why they're better than others. But now let me show you how I look at this and validate the idea and what the criteria, even though I don't want to say criteria, just how I look at this. Let's say that. So if we go column by column, the first thing you see is obviously the numbers, the product name, that's the title of each listing. And these are all the listings without the sponsored listings, because these sponsored ones are not there organically. They're there because people are paying, they're paying for the ads. So we start with the first one that's not sponsored, and as you see here, and then Modern Innovation is here. So that's the titles. The next thing I look at is the brand. So what I look for here, I'm going to share with you what I look for in each column and why. So what I look for here is there one or two main or one or two brands that are dominating the whole market? So is green steel seen here over like 2, 3, 4, 5 times? Not really. Or is anyone else? Not really. Which means you can interpret this in many ways, but the way that I do is that if there's one person selling on the first page dominating the market, then I question why isn't someone else able to infiltrate that market, especially if there's good demand. So if there is good demand and there's only one person or two dominating the whole market, for me, it could be that these guys are getting this traffic from outside of Amazon. So imagine that these sales are coming because they're running Facebook ads or they have an audience. So you come here and you think that there's demand, but when in fact they're getting that traffic. So then you come in, but you don't have that traffic that they're getting, and then you don't get sales. That's how I think of it. If you don't agree, let me know in the comments, but I think it's pretty logical. So in this case, there's a bunch of different brands, which means that everyone's able to compete. Again, that's if there's good sales. Next column is the price. So I look at the price and I see the differences, why one is cheaper, why the other is not. And I get ideas for my product if I want to launch it. And I look at if the price is over $15 to $20. In my opinion, I wouldn't sell something under 20, just because you wouldn't have any room for, you could, but it's tight, a room for PPC or for Facebook ads or for any type of marketing. So I would just go for 20 and above. And as you can see, as you saw here, I searched for 30 something to 40 something. That's how I like it. I like more expensive products. And then the category is, I don't look at that too much, but you can look at it to see if it's a gated category or not. And then the rank, I like to see a small number, something around 10,000. But again, with rank, it's different for every category. So what I like to see here is consistency. So 7,000, 4,000. It's weird that someone with 148,000 is ranked number 3, which means that maybe this isn't the best keyword to look at. But again, when I look at the rank here, I'm looking for consistency. Same with the sales, because the sales is a direct estimate, or is an estimate mostly from the ranking. So this is per month, and we see that they're doing $389 per month. Units per month. And I actually don't look at the sales a lot yet. I look at the revenue first to see how much this can make, or this can sell per month. And I'm usually looking for 4,000 to 5,000, because assuming it's 40% profit, or let's say 30%, it means that it's at least $1,000 in profit a month, which is not bad for one product. If you have 2 to 3 products that do that much a month, it's not bad. So I look at the revenue, see if they're high enough, and then see if they're consistent. Again, See, this 500 guy is the same guy with the 149,000 in rank. So that you can see how it's correlated. So 7, 15, 3, 2, 3, 51, 4, 3. So this is either not the best market or not the best keyword to look at this market. Because if you can find where all these high selling sellers are ranked, then maybe that market has better demand or more obvious demand. So in this case, I do a bit more digging on the keyword. And what I would do is I'd look at, I don't want to get into this because it gets too long, but I would look at one of the best sellers and then go to Helium 10, use Cerebro, and I would see where they're ranked. It gives you where they're number one, and then you can check all these keywords and see which one has the most consistent revenue. Because it's not a bad market, except for a bunch of bad ones. I hope you get what I mean. So revenue, and then I said I'd look at revenue first just to have in mind how much money it's gonna make or how much it's gonna sell. But I also look at the sales later to see how much I should expect to order. And then the reviews. Reviews is how you gauge competition mostly, or like the quickest way to do it. And in this case, people say that you want to see everyone or most people with less than 50 reviews or less than 100. I don't look at it this way. I just look at who's doing good with less reviews. And I look at if there's not too many in the thousands. Because if there's a bunch in the thousands, it's just risky and scary for me. If you have the marketing budget, you can probably do whatever you want. And the knowledge. But in this case, so 400, 300, 10. So what I was saying about the people with less reviews, I look at them and then I see, does this person with 10 reviews still do enough sales just like the others with more reviews? If so, then that means that if you come in with less reviews, because you're going to come in with 0 at the beginning, then just like this guy that has less reviews, if he was doing well, then you might have a chance to do well as well. But in this case, you see the person with 10 reviews is doing horrible, so that might be a bad sign. 15 doing 900, 18 doing 300, that's not a very good sign. So I wouldn't go for this product unless if I dug deeper and found a better keyword for it. Rating, that's how much each one is rated out of 5 stars. I look at if a lot of them are low, then I try to investigate why. Most of the time, if they're all low, it could mean that, well, I'm thinking about electronics, for example. If they're all low, then it means that the product quality is not good. You'll probably suffer with the same thing unless if you find a very good supplier. So if all of them are low, I question why and I try to either fix it and improve on it so I can have a better product, or just sometimes it's hard to get, you know, a good quality product. Like if all of them are 3 and no one's able to have a good quality product, unless if you have some good connections in China, I don't know. And then the last one is sellers. This shows you if they're FBA sellers, which means they're just like us, they're sending their inventory to Amazon and Amazon holds it and then their listings are prime. It's either FBA, FBM, which is fulfilled by merchant, which means that I would have the stock at home and then whenever someone buys, I ship it to them. I would hate to do that because if I'm selling 10 per day, imagine. And lastly, if it's a bunch of sellers that are AMZ, meaning that Amazon is selling for the most part on that first page, and they're all doing well, I would question it. Why? Because if you check any Amazon listing, there isn't one here, but if you check any Amazon listing, pictures are crap, listing itself is crap, it doesn't look nice. Like people wouldn't buy from it, it doesn't look nice. So I would question why it's a good market and only Amazon is selling there, or mostly Amazon, and why aren't FBA sellers able to outperform them, since usually FBA sellers have much better listings and much better conversions. But also, on this point, when I was talking to Greg Mercer, and that's actually in that video that I did a few weeks ago, he said that if he sees a lot of Amazon, he likes it because, again, Amazon has bad listings and it's easy to compete with them. And I brought up the point of what if they're doing well because there's some sort of reason, whether manipulation or any other reason. And I think he said, good point. But yeah, so keep in mind those two things. So that's basically it. So what's the verdict on this product? The verdict is I would do some more research on the keyword. Maybe I'm looking at this wrong. Maybe people are buying this but from somewhere else. And then I would find that keyword and I would see how that market is from that keyword. Is it too saturated? Is it too competitive? And is there enough demand? So when I was looking for my product and when I found it, which was almost before the summer, it just took a long time to put it all together. I did it like this. I started by looking for the idea and I can't remember how I found it. It it was probably just browsing Amazon and going from seller to seller. I found the idea and then I went just like this. I put in the main keyword and then I looked at everything just like I explained to you. And some of them had, I think very little had thousands in reviews, but maybe one or two or even just one. Some had hundreds, but also some had 20s and were still doing good. So that to me, it meant that it's not too competitive, or that there must be a way to differentiate and to be able to get some parts of these sales, since someone with less reviews is getting sales. The amount of revenue, or the revenue of the whole page, was pretty good, and there wasn't one or two brands dominating. There was actually one doing better than others or having more listings than others, but I'm not too worried about it because I've been learning a lot of Facebook ads and I'm ready to build that brand and to build that audience. And the price was, I think, about 25 to 35, which I like. I usually like more expensive even, but it was not bad. And then the next thing that I did, which I haven't explained yet, but I will now, is I look at the whole market. So when people see screenshots and they take them and show them in my Facebook group and they ask, is this a good product? I almost never answer these, and I even say don't post them. First, because anyone can do a reverse search here, like put in the number. I'm not gonna share how, but you can find what the product is. And then second, because these are just numbers. The big important thing that I do next is I close this and then I look at the market itself. And then I look at, can I differentiate? Can I stand out? Can I be different? Because if you are different and if you come in with 0 reviews and others have hundreds of reviews, but people would want yours because it's different. So whether you have reviews or not, if people want it, they're gonna get it. And that's how I've done over $3,000 in sales with 0 reviews with my product. And that's because mine was different and people wanted it. If they want it, they want it. That's the whole point. So can I be different? That's a question. Here it seems like there's a lot of similarities. There's no difference in colors, not much, a bit. Some people have boxes. That's one way to differentiate. And that's what I'm gonna do in the next video. So I guess we can end it here. In the next video, I'm going to share with you how I decided to differentiate and stand out, or how I found that edge in the market. And I'll also be sharing with you one extra tip that is super cool and something that you can do to either figure out how to bundle something, or to validate if you can build a brand, or to help you validate if you can build a brand and a product line around this product, because that's what I'm doing. That's why it's called Brand New Brand, BNB. So yeah, that secret tip is coming in the next video. So if you want to see that, click the subscribe button and click on that bell. Even more important than the subscribe, otherwise you won't see any videos of mine. And if you like this video, please leave a thumbs up. It really helps. And I'll see you in the next one, because again, in the next one I'm sharing with you how I decided to bundle, and I'll help you figure out how to bundle and differentiate, and that secret tip that I talked about. So see you then. Peace. What's up guys, thanks for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed it. I'm starting this new thing at the end of the videos where you get to ask me a question, mainly on Instagram, and it's a video question, so you'll be in the video. So if you want to be in my next video, all you have to do is Samer Brax on Instagram, @SamerBrax. And then you click on message, and then you click on that camera right here. Record yourself saying, "What's up Samer? What's your favorite song? What's your favorite movie?" Or better yet, how do you figure out how to bundle a product? Or how do you send your suppliers your UPC or FNSKU? You get the point. And then what I do is, I get in my DMs, I read it in front of you right here, and then I answer it at the end of the video. Yeah, I just thought we would change it up a bit, do something interesting and fun, and I get to see your face instead of you seeing my face. It'll be a back and forth thing as opposed to just me talking to a piece of plastic thing. All right, I'll see you in the next one. Make sure to follow me on Instagram and then to send me video so you can be in this video, and I'll tag you in it. And yeah, I'll see you then.